Good evening, Speed Gaming. Welcome to week 2 of the Link to the Past Randomizer League Season 4. We've got a great matchup for you tonight. Moogle Charm versus D-Demolisher, also known as Demo. They will be playing Fad Keys, which is faux AD keys, and here with me tonight is my good buddy Vextifer, who has a few words about Fad Keys. Why don't you give our viewers your opinion on the matter?
No, nobody wants to hear my opinion. You know what? I just hope that the runners get their boots early.
Because they are going to have to do a lot of running around, and doing a lot of running around is better than a lot of walking around.
For sure. Their D-pads will thank them. But so faux AD keys, there's a command, I think, if you !fad keys, it'll tell you about the mode. But just as a general statement, we're doing all the dungeons, so it's an all dungeons mode, including Aga Tower, except that instead of like normal key sanity, all of the Aga Tower keys are vanilla. So there's 2 Aga Tower keys in Castle Tower. That's the only difference.
Yeah. And it just means you're not going to be hunting for those 2 keys because we figure ice rods are bad enough.
Yeah, or medallions, or, all the other things. What I think that this mode does a little bit, though, is that, now, at least with the Castle Tower key, if they're anywhere and you're looking for them, they can be in whatever dungeon. It doesn't matter. They're not in Aga Tower, most likely. There's 2 checks there, but, in Fad keys, there's situations where you get vanilla small keys in like pod and TR all the time, and it looks like we're off.
Well, Moogle clearly picked the better start. He's got a weapon.
Yeah, getting that bow really is super nice.
Not that he's got any arrows for it, but still.
No, we're gonna get him on the tree pole. It's gonna be arrows. Yeah, so Moogle's going to do the tier 1 tree pull here, kill the guard with the sign, and he's going to check Uncle and then probably save and quit. Unless we get another weapon that we can use. I'd imagine we're going to kill this pickle and do the tier 1 tree pull and be disappointed on Demo's side.
Uncle is vanilla. Wow.
Uncle has a sword.
Your uncle recovers.
All right, ether in the secret passage there.
And with the sword, we can even use it.
Yep, so Moogle's just going to go straight into the front of escape with that sword. It's, maybe.
And that was just some money we saw at Lumberjack, so we won't need to beat Aga for that. Ooh, nice full magic fill.
That's funny. Tier 2 tree pulls are full magic, which both runners are now going to find out. Yeah, that's true. The guards are on the bomb or the high value prize pack.
Wow, so we have 2 medallions in Sphere 1 today.
Well, we might not be on a medallion hunt, but watch it be the 3rd medallion. Watch everything be bombos, and then we'll be hunting that down.
Oh, probably.
Even better, we won't be hunting down a medallion. We'll be hunting down a medallion, but not because we need it to get into a dungeon, but because we need it to do ice.
Because Fire Rod won't show up and it'll be locked behind bombos. So,
all right.
Moogle... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so the checks that Moogle's getting ready to do are actually out of logic without the Hyrule Castle small key.
This is what I love about calming with you. Like, we've only been working together for a week, and we always seem to want to say the same things.
So, now pod small keys are really nice to grab, but until you find that Hyrule Castle small key, at least you know that, the back pod, Dark Maze area, and I think
Whoa! Look at Blind's Hut, Hammer,
yeah.
Mirror, 3rd pod key.
No bombs, though.
Right, Demo still doesn't have bombs. Moogle doesn't have bombs either.
No, neither runner has bombs. Or money.
Moogle setting up for the Death Warp, though.
If that makes sense, you might as well check Dark Cross while you're here. You've got a sword. Pretty easy.
That Hera big key means if we can get to Hera, we can beat it.
Yep, and that hammer will make it even easier. You know, you have to play around with the fighter sword. Yeah, so we did get enough money, it looks like, out of the well to at least buy bombs on demo side. Just those compasses, those compasses, with some of the changes that have gone live recently will be much, much, much more valuable come week 7, right? In Randomizer when there's a boss shuffle, because the compass now allows you to see which boss it is.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how people play that. Oh, wow, Moogle using Ether to nice effect there.
Oh, 10 arrows is the stun prize. That's actually pretty good because...
Well, he's gonna be at max arrows pretty quickly. Oh, he didn't grab the others. Oh, well.
Alright, so here's our Dark Cross check. Another key. Skullwood's key. Man, it's nice to just get one Skullwood's key before you go into the Dark World, because at least then you know how to drop in and get stuck and save and quit out of there. Just
and
one.
Hey, once you get the fire rod to get to the back of Skull Woods, that key's in logic.
Good point.
So it works out always.
Yeah, so Moogle's gonna retrace Demo's steps now going into the Village of Outcasts, or Kakariko Village.
Yeah, doesn't want to check Lumberjack at the moment without boots.
Yeah, you'll get that when you either go up into the mountain with glove or you have boots and do your boots checks. That's when you'll check Lumberjack. Oh, that's a good tier. What's that, tier 3, I guess?
That 3?
Take damage?
Yeah.
I think we took a piece of damage.
Another pod small. So we've now seen 4 pod smalls, for those of you keeping track.
Yeah, so that puts the turtle room in the back, so like the compass room, and Dark U in logic with a fire source.
Yeah, Chad also remarking, 4 pod smalls plus bow plus hammer.
Yeah, this says pod. Go to pod. Please go to pod.
Just need a lamp and the big key, and, well, the other 2 remaining smalls will probably show up pretty quickly. Demo finally farming up his bottle vendor money, which he didn't have until now.
Yeah, that tier 3 true pool is going to save Moogle quite a bit of time, actually, just getting 100 rupees for the bottle vendor. Oh, no.
Expensive shield.
Yeah, Moogle's going to go straight in and buy bombs first. Looks like he might check Tavern. Right, and we'll see whether or not we're going to get boots for sure. Doesn't tell us how early we're going to get them. Unless it's a Moon Pearl, but... Oh, nothing. Don't need that. Alright, we'll see if we blind check race game. I'm a big fan of blind checking race game on Key Sanity, just because there's just so many keys you gotta grab. If it's a key, you're gonna grab it.
Even without boots?
Even without boots. You just go grab. If it's a rupee or something. Like at this point, even 20 rupees might even be worth grabbing.
Oh, and Demo doesn't even have the sword. I forgot about that, so it's a bit... Well, there's your 20 rupees.
Yeah, see, we're gonna grab them, though. You've already spent the time. And you don't... you hate it, but you kind of don't hate it at the same time. Because, you do need the money at some point, and you've already spent the time to go get there. You do just waste a lot of time, though, if you walk down to check that and it was a key, then you have to walk back and go get it, and there's just so many items that you actually need that the percentage in Key Sanity is so much better for it to be something you need than it is in just standard or open modes.
Yeah, I know. Because yes, there are small keys there so often.
Oh, Kana Samaria in the dam. That's a good find early too. Now,
how many weapons are we finding in Sphere 1?
All the weapons. Why not? The mirror even makes it easy to check the dam in one go, because you can just delete the block. We got no need for the heart piece. So Dimlu gonna check Mini Moldorm Cave. I imagine Moogle's probably gonna follow after clearing Kakariko Village. So good use of the cane.
Yeah, nice swaggy cane strat there.
I mean, it kind of worked the same as bombs, just more reliably.
So the game's also kind of pushing us towards Hera.
Yeah, there's nothing in Mini Moldorm Cave, though, which is a little unfortunate. We still don't have...
What were you expecting? Like the fire rod and the flippers and a glove?
Yeah, why not? Give us a glove and the moon pearl. Get us into the Dark World. But yeah, we're we need our moon pearl and we need a glove for Dark World. Oh, so Moogle's gonna walk down. In this case, it's gonna help him because he's not gonna want the 20 rupees.
And Demo's going all the way to Ice Rod Cave here. There's your moon pearl.
There's our moon pearl.
Now we just need a glove.
The fact that we didn't save and quit here tells me that we're gonna go fake flipper, at least check the waterfall, and maybe check Zora Ledge.
Yeah, the moon pearl sure changed the routing because you couldn't check the waterfall without it by a fake flippering.
Yep. Oh, good use of ether to clear the mini Moldorms too. Inventive, both players. Faster
than Bombos. Not that we have Bombos, but...
having that vanilla sword is actually a little bit unfortunate, because a lot of time if you start Sanctuary and you're skipping the uncle front of escape checks, then you kind of just don't go back there until you're pretty much last locating to get there. So hopefully there's other swords available. Now with the mirror and the hammer, it's not so bad because we can just wrap up Pyramid Ledge. If we do get a glove, we can wrap Pyramid Ledge in with the front of escape checks and Uncle. It's just a lot of checks. It's a big, nice, juicy location.
So did you see that Hobo had a bit of a morality lesson on fake flippering?
What was it? I didn't know. I missed.
The single arrow.
Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate.
It's you thought you were all clever fake flippering to me. Well, I'll show you.
Did you see what was on Highlight Island? I don't think it was anything.
No, I missed that.
Yeah, I think I thought it was maybe 50 rupees or something. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, nothing in the waterfall.
Yeah.
We'll probably go look at the ledge, at least. We don't have Zora money. We're nowhere near Zora money. But
Moogle's going to Agahnim. Actually, I guess
Moogle hasn't done a dam yet. Yeah.
Right.
So just 50 rupees on the ledge. Sometimes that can be really good information, both logically and just in general. I need that item, but this time 50 rupees.
Makes you less likely to want to go back to Zora, though.
It does make Zora a little more inconvenient. Now you'll just do Zora most likely when you go do Catfish, and so really you're just not going to do Catfish until you have Zora money, because we have the mirror.
That's the nice thing about at least having that early mirror. And hey, Demo is going to get his sword now.
Yep, that's good. I mean, we're running out of checks, so we've got Saha's Closet, Eastern Palace Dip, and we've got Agahnim. Let's see if Moogle goes and looks at the ledge. Nope, not even gonna look.
And then we might have to actually check Sahasrala's Closet.
Yeah, I think that's next. I mean, I think we'll do Front of Escape here on Demo's side, and then probably Dark Cross, and then just to get it out of the way. And then from...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, and then from there, I think we'll do Saha's Closet in the Eastern. But we're going to go Saha's Closet in the Eastern from Moogle first, looks like.
I was going to say, though, this is starting to get spicy because with that Master Sword, we're a lamp away from Aga access.
Yeah, and the Master Sword being at Agahnim is just kind of meh.
So now it's an interesting question. We're one item away from non-Aga Dark World access, but we're one item away from Aga access. So which way is the seed going to send us? Both gloves could be in the Dark World if we find the lamp.
Yeah, I was going to say, until we find the lamp, I think you're not really thinking about Aga. Especially in Key Sanity. Like, maybe you make the spicy play and be like, I'm not going to do Eastern Palace right now. Or something, but here...
Desert Screen Pendant, we learned something there.
Good to know. Hey, no medallion hunt for us today.
That was literally all 3 medallions in Sphere 1. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that before. And yes, since this is all dungeons, we will need to open Mire and Turtle Rock, regardless of whether they're crystal or pendant.
Yeah, I think Moogle probably has a little bit of an advantage here because that fake flipper didn't pay off with anything. That kind of just slowed us down getting to what starting to look like Aga access with a lamp somewhere here in Eastern.
Yeah, or a glove. That might not be Aga access.
Yeah, but, I mean, you could find a glove. Watch you get both.
We're pretty much down to Eastern. Has to have some progression here.
Yep, only 2 more checks too, so 2 more checks in logic.
Right.
When we get whatever our progression is, we'll see if Moogle bails before going to the vanilla big key chest. It doesn't take too long, but there's an argument to be made to go skip it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come back here anyway once you get the big key.
Yep, I mean, and you know you're gonna be over here for pod, so you almost want to put it off. We have 4 pod small keys, so.
Yeah, the seed screaming pod also makes you wonder about this possibly being an Aga seed, because of course if you do Aga, pod's often the first place you go. Afterwards.
Yeah, I think Moogle is expecting to find the lamp, I think, probably. In this chest right here. Oh, the flute. Oh, we're wrong.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
That's actually terrible, because now the only thing that opens up is inside Spec Rock.
What? No, we have the mirror and the hammer. We have all of Light Death Mountain.
Oh, no, you're right. Nope. You're absolutely right. You.
And I did say
Hera. We got the Hera Biggs key.
Yeah, the seed was kind of pointing us to Hera. We can do everything in there except for coffee break.
Yeah, you can also check 1 check in desert and see what's on the lamp. And then neither Moogle didn't check the ledge, so we know what's on desert ledge.
We can't get into desert without either the book or the myths.
Like, my brain is melted, I think, from the seed I had to play.
You should have let me roll it. Then, it wouldn't be the sort of seed that would turn your brain to mush.
Yeah, we're like, from being able to get into desert, that was so silly of me. Like, we're so far away from that. 2 items.
And of course, that detour wasn't worth it. All of our breaking of logic hasn't been worth it. There wasn't anything in Dark Cross or Eastern Big Key Chest or the fake flipper checks.
Yeah. I'm go activate the flute and do the mountain. So now maybe we don't have an Aga seed.
Yeah, there are a lot of checks on the mountain.
Well, yeah. Yeah, there's quite a bit. I think we probably will get a glove on the mountain. Yeah, thanks, Vern. Helping me out. Yeah, there is 1 check. We can't get it, but we can see it. in desert. I'm still crazy, so you don't have to justify my comments. Drossie's keeping me honest. All right, we're gonna rescue old man here from Moogle. Just get that save and quit point. This is like most runners have done this dark room so many times. So both runners are choosing to just go ahead and do the Eastern Vanilla Big Key chest in the dark. It's an easy dark room as well.
Oh, just for a fun fact here, I was thinking about the fact that we're only getting music from Demo's side because Moogle is using an MSU because he's actually one of the biggest MSU developers in the ALTTPR community. He's made like a ton of them.
Yeah, I was really hesitant when I first started. I'm fairly new, and I was very hesitant to start using MSUs at all. And I got a Super NT, and it's very easy to use MSUs, and it really does just add some freshness. Big fan.
The only thing is SpeedGaming still has a no MSU policy.
True.
So Moogle got an out of logic Skullwoods Big Key from the old man, which all it does is open the Skullwoods Big Chest once we get there.
It's a good. I can't see Demo not doing that check, but it is nice to find those one-off big keys that you don't need to clear the dungeons. It's just nice. All right, okay. So Hera it is.
Can't check Ether Tablet yet. Don't have the book.
Yep. So no Hera potting, but we have the old school way. Gonna walk up. Yeah, chat pointing out that because of the most recent randomizer update, when we have a map in a key sanity mode, you get a nice little letter up beside your magic bar. In this case, we know, because we have the Hera map, that Hera is a crystal, C, on Moogle's side. Now, what we don't know is if it's a 5/6 crystal until we check our map. You still can't tell if it's a 5/6.
Or if we talk to the bomb vendor.
Yeah, you can also talk to the bomb vendor.
Because I think these guys are more likely to talk to the bomb vendor than check their map.
You get enough maps. If they're tracking maps, if you get enough maps, it can be useful to get the rest of you, get all your information.
Yeah, but that tends to be a fairly late check once you're most of the way to knowing what you want. Or what you have, I should say.
Right. If this key seed is anything like all other key seeds, Hera Basement has our fire rod or something. I don't know where the small key is, but there's something in the basement.
Well, we don't have a fire source, so even if we had the small key, we'd need a fire source to get that item.
Oh, I'm just commenting on how they're going to have to come back to Hera to check the basement later.
Yeah, I'm just saying they're not one but two items away from being able to check the basement.
That's a good point. That doesn't matter to the seed.
Hey, we do have our first boss down at the 22-minute mark.
That's a fairly quick first boss in a key sanity mode.
And we did not get anything out of Hera except that crystal is required.
Yeah, so we did not. So there are 5 checks in one part of Paradox, 2 checks in the other part of the Paradox Cave, and 1 check on Spiral Cave. That's it.
And at least one of those 8 checks must contain progression. Checking the floating island, just a heart container.
All right, the long walk down Spiral Cave. Maybe we'll get the boots, and then the boots checks will lead to something. I want that for them.
I don't think anyone would complain about early boots.
Not Spiral Cave.
Well, at least that means Paradox Cave won't come up as dry as Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah, true. There will be something here. With the mirror, it's nice in Paradox Cave that you could just mirror that block out of existence. Oh, a small key? Meyer, okay.
Another one, huh?
Yeah, so we're looking for, a glove or the lamp up here. Still nothing. We got three more checks. It's the tension. What are we gonna get? Oh, there's a map.
Oh, yeah. There it
Great.
is.
The last item we wanted to see. That's unfortunate. How boring.
So for all that, Aga for Dark World.
Yeah, and see, this is actually the worst case scenario for Demo. Because Demo now has to go to Agahnim first before... I mean, he's gonna... Yeah. Demo's gonna know right away, though. Like...
Yeah, well, he'll have hard last located that Master Sword.
Yep, he's gonna be like, well, either my cape or a Master Sword is in Agahnim. Like, straight up. Yeah, and Aga not as bad in all dungeons just because you have to finish it anyways, but it's still not as fun. It's more exciting when you get to choose when to do Aga instead of just being like, all right, well, I guess I gotta do Aga. I've kind of been seeing, like, I feel like a lot of fad keys. In fad keys, there's a lot more Aga required keys, or seeds, like Aga for Dark World seeds.
Yeah, because...
I think it's because of the way the logic works, right? Because those keys are available with just the lamp.
Otherwise, that's 2 more items that the logic has to place accessibly in the light world. And we will do a prediction here. Get your guesses in for blue balls. What are you thinking, Vex?
I think 3.
You're going for the average.
No, you know what? I'm gonna say there's like 9. That's how I feel about today's seeds. I apologize if there actually are 9 blue balls. Not that I have anything to do with that.
Other than, bad vibes.
Yeah. All right, Moogle just making their way up to Aga.
And Demo is going to realize very soon that he's going to need to do a Gina.
Yep, like right now. Well, I guess not quite. At least we have the flute to go do it real quick.
Last few seconds to get your guesses in.
Grab the wall, cry a little, We are gonna get the ledge to see what it is. It's just a red rupee.
Okay, that first one always has to be energy.
Hey, that's 1. Dude, I'm excited for some vanilla boss music. There's 2. And a nice little bomb for Agahnim.
Didn't bomb the chest, though. He knew
No,
what had to be in there.
that could have been the cape, and then your climb's harder and annoying.
Hey, this might only be 2. I think, actually, it's either going to be 2 or 3. No?
Oh, no.
I'm miscounting.
I'm very wrong.
Well, there's the 3rd.
Yeah, I think the next one's the kill, though.
Yeah, you should have just stuck with your initial guess.
Darn.
So a few people got a pretty nice payout there. Now, what's on Pyramid Ledge?
A big key. We want that.
I was going to laugh if it was a glove.
It's going to be Eastern. Here it comes. Nah, Swamp. Another one that we don't need unless there's a required item.
So definitely going to pod with all those small keys, though.
Oh yeah, like we've got most of pod.
If you're willing to not open the middle door, you can do all of pod. Yeah,
we don't
have the big key.
Yeah, that's been my bane. The bane of my rando this season so far has been trying to go to the pod helmet door without the big key.
Most runners with 4 small keys, though, will hold off on the vanilla big key chest.
Yep, and that makes sense. It's easier to get to if you have to come back and double dip.
Appropriately enough, Moogle Charm's team in seasons 2 and 3 was the Double Dippers. Yes, let's talk a bit about these runners. Both of them have been in the league since season 2, and both of them were on teams last season that were in playoff contention right into week 7 and then didn't make it. So I think both of their team's motivations will really be to make playoffs this season. But you can see that Mogliacci has been doing a bit better than Waffle House Drive-Thru so far at getting towards that goal.
Yep, looks like it. So we're what? We're 3-0 on Mogliacci.
Yeah, and Waffle House is 0-3.
That's true. If you're wondering how we know that from the screen, the number in parentheses, you get 3 points for a win. So.
Oh, Vex, did you see what Moogle just picked up there?
What did we get? No,
Our 5th pod key.
Oh gosh, of course. See, vanilla keys.
Well, now as long as you do Hammer Yump, you can get the vanilla big key chest.
Oh yeah, we'll. I bet Moogle's gonna full clear pod other than the big chest.
I wonder what percent of key sanity seeds have a pod, small key, and pod.
I don't know. I feel like it feels like a lot, but that's probably confirmation bias.
It does.
Same with Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock always seems to have a TR key in it too.
Not as often as pod.
No, definitely not as often as pod. It also feels worse to have one in TR. Speaking of Turtle Rock.
So Moogle is going to check that vanilla big key chest. He has the mirror, so he can route the dungeon pretty well anyway.
Yeah, makes sense. Go down here, grab the vanilla big key chest, drop down in Stalfos basement, and then mirror. Then you can open the front door with that 5th pod key. Doesn't hurt you as long as you can hammer jump. Oh, we're not.
No.
We already got.
Yeah, that was where he got the vanilla small key.
I'm silly. Too busy watching the timed slashes with the music.
Those were some nice hammers.
You gotta beat that drum.
Okay, so we'll do one loop around to do Rupee Basement and Harmless Hellway, and then we'll do a second loop around to Hammer Yum.
Yeah. There's something about like doing the loop in pod whenever you have the when you actually have enough keys to do Harmless Hellway. Like it just feels nice. Like it to like walk down and then walk back around to do the hammer jump. Something satisfying. We're also gonna get all these rupees in the rupee room here because we don't have Zora money.
Well, we basically spent so much money bribing a monkey.
Well, we also don't have Zora logic yet. Logically, don't have Zora because we don't have a glove still.
Or flippers.
Or flippers, yeah.
But we haven't really found anything of interest here in pod. I mean, that Turtle Rock Small is something.
We found another pod key.
Yes.
Yeah, and Dark Maze is out of logics. Or no, it's not. We have the lamp.
I mean, it's out of logic without the 6th small key because the game assumes you use the keys in whatever way you didn't use the keys.
Yep, so still out of logic. So was Harmless Hellway, and so was the Vanilla Big Key Chest, I guess. So, I'm Google gonna hammer jump.
So, despite the massive number of small keys, our logical progression was not in pod. Though there's a Thieves Small, which is nice because once you get the Thieves Big, you know that you don't have to.
Yeah. There's a glove. Ooh, out of logic.
Yeah.
I would imagine that there's certainly a pod key that's available at this point. Probably Hype Cave.
And I have to imagine Demo will do the hammer jump as well and get his glove. Oh,
I feel like I missed the book.
I totally did not see the book on the bridge chest when, or arena ledge or whatever we call that chest.
Yeah, I also missed the book. Moogle not going for the quick warp. I'm disappointed.
So Pod's a 5/6 and Thieves Town is a regular crystal, I saw. Looked like something might have been flashing on Swamp as well. Oh no, that was just the Mog head that was flashing on Swamp.
That's a Pod Small, right? No, it's another TR Small. Ugh. And there's the flippers. Now we have Zorax.
And a fire shield, just what everyone wants to see.
Yeah, so this is just, I think, going to be a South Dark World loop over to Dig Game. We are going to talk to the bomb vendor, though. We're going to say hello. Swamp and Pod.
Interesting.
We're a hook shot away from being able to, we need to stop. Swamp Small and a hook shot from being able to look through Swamp.
Of course the game gave us the useless Swamp Large without giving us the useful Swamp Small.
Yeah, hey, there's one chest in there that we can check now.
Yes. And sometimes there's progression in that one chest.
Yeah, and everyone doesn't like that. It's no fun.
So let's see.
I was gonna say, so right now the chat's talking about Catfish. Right now Catfish actually requires one pod small key or another glove to be logically available.
Yeah, now all these checks are in logic, so the flippers are in logic because we had that hammer already.
Yep. Nope, just Catfish is not.
Right. But we're actually about to exhaust the logical checks here.
No, we have all of VOO. We have VOO now with the flippers. No, we don't.
No, we don't.
So Dig Game has something.
Yeah, you need the hook shot a glove to logically get to VOO.
I'm going to imagine that this is going to be a hook shot, maybe. Well, we have Desert Access.
Oh, yeah, right. That book's in logic.
Yeah, we have Desert Access and we have Ether Tablet now.
And Bombo's
Yeah,
tablet.
and Bombo's tablet, yeah. And the first chest of swamp.
Yes, I guess that is in logic.
Oh, Demo missing the hammer jump. Probably gonna try it again here.
Mogul's going the desert route.
Just gonna check the ledge.
Oh, yeah, we can only get the map chest inside in logic. We could scum a key from the back and use it in the front for 2 more items, but if the desert small key is someplace obnoxious, then you have to find it to beat Landmo is the trade-off.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess logically speaking, desert map chest, the first chest in swamp, or one of the tablets has to have some form of progression.
Yeah, and it's probably, well, it's actually probably a pod small. That's probably why Moogle's just ignoring it.
Yeah. Right, because how long can they hold off on a glove?
Yeah, for a while. I think there was a seed earlier today. Oh, yay! I'm so happy for them.
Less than 40 minutes, Boots. The majority of this seed will be dashing.
That is so happy. I miss Boots.
Vex is no longer a broken man.
No. Oh, those are nice too, because it's not like one of the runners is just gonna miss them, and then we get to see some nice execution fights. Yeah, so I think Demo made the play over to VOO a lot quicker, I think.
Right, but that means he doesn't have the flippers.
No, he does. I just don't think
he
we
did
went.
Hype Cave already?
Yeah,
Wow, I missed that.
I think he did Hype Cave and then quit out of Hype Cave instead of going Stumpy and Dig Game.
Wow, and that was enough to catch him up to Moogle? That's impressive.
Yeah, those stairs are pretty slow. I mean, walking up to Stumpy.
Without the boots, right?
And then walking over to Dig Game.
And Cave 45.
And Cave 45, yeah. I think both runners are going to dip the first 4 at Thieves Town and find nothing.
So, C-shaped house got anything, or is the village a bust?
No, there's a map in there. Demo already checked it.
The village isn't a bust because Chest Game had boots.
Oh, it had boots. Yeah, I think this kind of does change Demo's route. I think the thought was that we would drop down and do Dig Game after doing VOO, but we'll probably do a North Dark World loop here with the boots because we can get the boots checks.
Yeah, and at least see what's on Bumper Ledge and do Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah, they'll go check Lumberjack almost certainly as well, because I don't think either runner actually went in to look at what was on the Lumberjack Ledge. We've already killed
Demo
Aga.
did. It was 50.
Oh, that's right. No, you're right. But Moogle might actually check Lumberjack blind. Oh, and we can check Sick Kid now. We just found a bottle.
As the bottle materializes.
And a big key. Thieves Town big key. All right. Well, that'll change everybody's decision.
Back in. I think you do back of Thieves Town before you do your North Dark World check.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Just get it out of the way. Then you don't have to come back to VOO for any reason, really. Except for Smith's Chain. Hopefully never.
Smith's Chain doesn't exist.
All right. Looks like we're doing the back first, or the middle first, I guess, on Demo's side, and doing the reverse order on Moogle's side. So Moogle's done. Moogle's gonna go back probably to Thieves Town. Yeah, having that small key is really nice. The game likes to put progression in Thieves Town big chest. But only whenever you don't have the small key and you dip it. Sick kid first. Oh, and welcome our raiders from SpeedGaming 2. Party of 32. We've got a nice matchup here in week 2 between Mogliacci and Waffle House Drive-Thru. Moogle versus Demo. More fad keys.
And we have successfully looted Sick Kid's life savings.
Oh, look, actually this actually makes a little bit of sense for a big key on Bumper Ledge, so we may be looking for the cape later. But
yeah,
this actually makes a little bit of sense from Demo's side, at least from an efficiency standpoint, because we kind of want to end in Thieves Town, because we want to drop down and do dig game and do the checks down there. Is the mire big?
Yeah, so that big key on Bumper Ledge is almost certainly hard required, because the only big key we don't have that isn't hard required is ice, which is logically required, but we have the cane, we can just do icebreaker. But every other outstanding big key is hard required, so we're probably going to need to go to Bumper Ledge.
Yeah, so this is going to isolate Catfish really hard. I think we're going to turn around, actually. Is that our 4th TR small or
third, I believe. Well, the third that we've seen.
It's the third that we've seen, because Stumpy has one, right? That's good, yeah. So we're going backwards, right? So we're going to end in Thieves Town and then do the South Dark World. But like I said, that kind of isolates Catfish a lot. Although we need Catfish and Zora, so maybe it's not so bad.
Moogle Charm, on the other hand, I imagine is just going to go all the way across the north to Catfish and Zora.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, and Demo just didn't quite put the mirror in the right place.
Yeah. Now everything in Thieves Town is in logic with that small key. Without the small key, actually, obviously the big chest, but the attic and blind are all locked by that small key, logically. Oh, nothing in the big chest.
Yeah, apparently the small key is only there for logic purposes, doesn't actually lead us to anything.
Well, what item do we get next, Rossi? I'm sensing a mitts.
They can't hold off that long.
Because we need to open up Mire and we need to open up Ice Palace, I think.
And Dark Death Mountain.
Like the whole Mire area in general. Like I think mitts makes the most sense for the next progression item, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what we get from Blind or Catfish Zora. Nope, not from Blind. There's literally nothing at Thieves Town.
If Zora has the mitts, that would have been a hell of a logic break to pay off, because then you'd skip Aga altogether at this point and do it much later. If you had done Zora early and Zora had the mitts.
Yeah, but there was like no money at all in the seed to start.
Right.
Like I don't even think they could have made it there with Houlihan. Yeah, so we're going to get the new checks out here from Moogle, I'm assuming, after we check all this stuff. Moogle, like I said, will probably check Lumberjack, because I don't think they checked it earlier. And now that we can, yep, so that's what this is right here. Just going to blind check it. And enjoy our 50 rupees.
Moogle is like rolling in dough right now.
Yeah.
If he's gonna get a lesson in big keys as Demo goes and rescues Blind.
Gonna get our heart piece out of the big chest and then continue into Thieves and be like, well, I guess there's literally nothing here. Oh, we left our portal.
That's a problem. Moogle is on some sort of autopilot.
Yeah, Moogle, we need that. Oh no, mirror bonking as well on the rocks. Yeah, so as previously discussed, Moogle will likely take this over to Catfish and Zora, and those are two new checks for us. For Demo's gonna go down to the South Dark World, almost certainly. Having skipped out on Stumpy and Dig Game and K45. It looks like we got a Pendant and Meyer.
But we might see Bombos at the end of all this.
Do a Pendant Meyer, and I think that, well, that doesn't quite give us all our information, does it?
No, we don't know where the final pendant is. So that's now Moogle's third TR small.
Yep. We're going to be in the same situation for Demo here in a minute when we go check Stumpy. So, yep, Demo definitely doing the South Dark World loop here. So these new checks here on Catfish and Zora is going to have progression. It has to.
What? Wait. Oh, I thought maybe we were checking library, but no. And this is why you hate to beat Aga early, because all these red guards come out of the woodwork. Oh, Demo never checked Sick Kid.
Forgot Sick Kid.
I mean, these little routing mistakes do add up.
Yeah, so let's see what Catfish has for us. Moogle still does have to check Waterfall. Yeah, because of that fake flipper, this makes a lot more sense for Demo than going the North Dark World of Catfish, I think, because I don't know. We'll probably save and quit actually to the pyramid after we get this. We'll probably check Bombo's tablet, which is a new check. Maybe.
And the fairy's just giving out bees today, but Catfish did give us a bottle of red goo, which isn't progression, but not something you're going to say no to either.
Yeah. All right. About to get our third TR small for Demo. And then we're going to see what the fish has to sell. So we've got Bombo's tablet and we've got Ether tablet. Actually, both are in logic as well. So we're going to get Bombo's tablet here, as kind of expected. We might even get the first check of Swamp.
This is... Wait a minute, where are we?
Oh, we
never did hype.
Oh, so we don't have flippers. Okay.
Okay. See, I didn't think he had done hype quite that quickly, but...
Yeah, I thought
See
we were...
what I get for trusting you?
Trusting me? I was trusting our tracker. No, tracking key sanity is actually... It's a big job. It's hard to do while you're playing and you're the one picking up the items.
Look where Moogle is that we haven't even talked about.
Oh yeah, back of escape. You know, until we find the 6th pod key though, we're out of logic.
Fetch quest. And actually we could try Magic Bat with fake powder.
Yeah. I'm starting to think. I mean, it's possible that unless we find a pod small, like it's possible that our first glove is supposed to be something else.
Demo realizing he wants to do that first chest in swamp, but again, you know, you're playing in the Invitational League. You can't keep doing these little routing errors that, you know, they might be 10 seconds each, but they really add up.
Moogle gonna fake powder for checking Magic Bat. Now with that mushroom out of logic. This is really out of logic.
I love that he burned down his magic meter using the lamp.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that opens up Spike Cave.
That it does. Well, that's now 2 checks on Death Mountain, Spike Cave, and Ether Tablet.
Yeah, I was gonna say that actually might save us from going Catfish Zora, which didn't seem to have anything, right? So I think Demo is gonna be up the mountain after this Bombos.
Moogle's really chasing that mushroom one way or another.
Oh, the mirror shield. Pod small? Ha! It is a pod small.
So, wait a minute.
Yeah, so that means that we have a glove on Ether Tablet. Or in the map chest of Desert. Right, because we that means that glove is glove locked. Or a Hyrule Castle small key.
Right. We have to have some way of getting the mushroom from Back of Escape.
Yep, so Hyrule Castle small key could also do the same thing,
So this is much more convoluted logic, and now Moogle's realizing that, oh, that means that pod small key isn't in those other handful of logical checks that I ditched.
Yep, so we're gonna go do Bombos Tablet. Probably, I would be surprised if Moogle doesn't also check the first chest of Swamp. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do first.
So he'll get his Burna and know that then Spike Cave should have been in logic before he got those. Oh, right, the Spike Cave requires a glove, so...
Oh, that's right. So Spike Cave isn't in logic. Huh. I mean, it's looking like... It really is looking like... Wow, yeah. I mean...
Yeah, right, do we have...
Tablet.
Or Desert Map Chest.
No, we just checked that, I think.
Oh, who went into Desert? I missed that.
Demo was just in Desert, yeah.
Oh,
there was a Skullwood small key on the torch. So yeah,
I totally missed that.
Ether Tablet is for sure our mitts, or Hyrule Castle small key, I guess. And actually, it has to be mitts at this point, I think, because I guess it could. Well, yeah, no, it has to be mitts.
Well, we're about to find out. Could be that Hyrule Castle small, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be the Swamp small as well. And it is the Hyrule Castle small? Yep, Hyrule Castle small. There we go.
Well, at least the glove's in logic now.
The glove's now in logic. So what does that leave us with? Oh, that leaves us with Spike Cave.
That's painful. The game expected you to go all the way through the sewers to get to the Back of Escape.
Yeah, this is...
To get the mushroom, to turn in for your final pod small key, to then go to Dark Maze and get the glove.
Yeah, and so I think we're going to get something out of Spike Cave here. It's going to be some sort of progression, some kind of key. Maybe the hook shot. Watch it be swamp small key. That'd be gross. In the mid. There we go.
No.
That's not bad. That opens up... Oh, no.
No, I just mean in terms of what the game's thinking of for logic.
Yeah, that's gross.
Not that finding the mitts is bad. The logic that the game was thinking you should go through to get those mitts is gross.
Yeah, that's that's pretty disgusting. Yeah, so we're gonna get the Meyer. We have Meyer big key, correct? Yeah, we do. We have 2 Meyer smalls, so we're only 1 Meyer small away from putting the Firelock chests in logic. So we'll probably full clear Meyer here. That has, well, it is a pendant, but still.
Moogle off to find his Arrow of Destiny. Ooh.
With that cape.
So we can find out what that big key is.
Oh yeah, that's actually probably required because of that. Yeah, you're gonna go get that before you start doing like Ice Palace or anything like that because we also have Ice Palace. But I think you go up and check that ledge just in case it is the ice big key. But no, that big key is actually super appealing now that we've found the cape. So I'd say we clear Misery Mire, and then probably actually go straight to that.
I was just
straight
thinking
to that big key.
That sewers key also puts the last two chests in the front of escape in logic. As Moogle takes a little circle. And one of our pod smalls was in the front of escape there too. Remember that we
That's
had
true.
2 pod smalls in the front of escape. So
nope, that's actually absolutely right. We probably should have expected the pod small or the Hyrule Castle key. It almost had to be.
Yeah, I forgot that one of our pod smalls was out of logic without the sewers key.
So this is the full clear mire. Luckily, we have a key, so we can do it quickly. If you have one mire key, you can always go to the left side first. It's just kind of nice. If not, you kind of have to do a little roundabout loop, which is sort of annoying. So did we find a Hera small key, or?
I don't think so. No. Moogle just realizing, what the heck am I doing? I need to be getting my mitts out of Spike Cave.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's, race is starting to even up with Demo now and Meyer having gotten those mitts first.
Yeah, I mean, able to skip out on Catfish Zora, which is kind of the big deal right now, and there was nothing there.
And now Moogle's the one who's making the little routing errors.
I mean, when the logic gets this convoluted and you're kind of on a little chained goose chase, it really does get in your head. Like when you're playing, it's just, I feel like it gets in your head a little bit.
Yeah, so where are we gonna see Moogle go now? Probably also Meyer area.
Yeah.
That's always if you have the flute and just find the mitts, that's always everyone's first check.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, in this case, it really makes a lot of sense because we have the Meyer big key and we have a couple of small keys and we have a lamp, so we can full clear it.
Imagine
all 3 medallions.
Imagine doing cutscene the way the game intended you to.
Yeah.
Still don't know where that fire rod is.
Sure don't. Now, I will point out that I really do hope that the runners remember the big key up on Bumper Ledge because we're gonna need it and we're gonna want it before we go into Ice Palace, right? Because if it is the Ice Palace key, you really don't want to leave that alone, especially knowing where the big key is. And if it's not Ice Palace, then it's gonna give us a full clear of another a clear of another dungeon.
Yes,
unless it's Turtle Rock.
The last race on this channel, in fact, a couple of hours ago, Big Dunka versus Trinex featured progression in Ice Palace Big Chest that the runners had orphaned.
Yep, that doesn't surprise me. My teammates' race had something very similar in Open, where Ice Palace Big Key led to the Thieves Town Small Key, which led to the Thieves Town Big Chest, which led to Fire Rod. Because Keys is great. It's a great mode.
I will say that some of my first exposure to ALTTPR was watching the SpeedGaming Key Sanity tournament in early 2018.
It is really interesting. I mean, shuffling the keys around really does do fun things to the puzzle of it. I just like it better in entrance. I think it adds enough complexity that it's funny because in keys I just find that you end up with like a single item chain. They just kind of 1 or 2 checks. It opens up 1 or 2 things, and then you know it's going to be something. That just happens for an hour. All right, on our way to Vitreous. Don't think we have any way to keep spooky at all. Well, no, yeah, we do. We have. we don't have any way to activate it. We don't have a fire rod. So
Yeah, we don't have a fire rod.
we don't have a fire rod, so it doesn't matter.
The cane should be nice for the Vitreous fight since we're doing it with a Master Sword.
Yeah, they'll probably use the cape and slash though. Well, cape and spin, maybe, or just slash. Probably slash.
Yeah, because if you're slashing away, the cape doesn't actually use magic because one of those weird glitches. The game can't walk and chew gum at the same time. If you're slashing, how can it possibly be draining your magic meter?
Yeah, I think with one bar of magic, I don't think you actually can spin. You just use the cape and spin the entire time, or spin all the eyes, but you can slash them. All right, so Demo just kind of, having skipped Zora and Catfish is just kind of a little bit ahead of Moogle on this, kind of sort of linear progression of dungeons that it's kind of led us towards. I think after this we go and we look at, I don't know what we'll do, honestly. I kind of hope we go and check the key off of Bumper Ledge. Just maybe that guides our next decision. If not, you just kind of go into ice and ore from the big chest and cross your fingers and hope it's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we can, I believe, enter all dungeons at this point, so any big key would help us.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm thinking that ledge key is just so appealing right now.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Both runners do know about it, but it looks like, yeah, I think that's what this play is right here. Now, Demo might give back that time to Moogle and go check Catfish Zora after grabbing that key. Hold on. Did we get the Skullwood's big key? Or we must have got the Skullwood's big key.
Yeah, Demo never.
Oh, we just never checked it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because we got that really early, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't remember where it was. Might have been Hype Cave. And Demo put off Hype Cave.
Oh, yep, that's probably it. Yeah, so actually, given that, with that knowledge, like knowing that he still had Skullwood's big chest, this makes it's even better because you get to chain two things together.
Fun fact about advanced logic: with basic logic, which no one ever actually plays, Bumper Ledge is not in logic without the hook shot, but in advanced logic it is.
I actually did not know that.
Because of this hole here, that like shimmying around the top isn't really what the game intended you to do.
Maybe you can't. You know what? Moogle's gonna prove me wrong probably and be able to spin the eyeballs with one. Well,
TR big. This is fascinating. We have no rods, but we do have Samaria and all the medallions and 3 small keys.
Oh man, that's so bad.
And the big key.
It's like the one big key that you really didn't want to see was TR big.
Laser Bridge is now in logic.
Yeah. No, we need 4. Small.
No, Laser Bridge.
Laser Bridge, you only need 2.
Yeah.
Just Trinex is out. Yeah, so Laser Bridge is in logic.
The only parts of TR that aren't in logic are Trinex, Lava Chest, and of course the right side that's fire locked.
Yeah, and with no rods, I feel like you still probably do Ice Palace first.
And Moogle gives us a quick check that reveals that Turtle Rock is a crystal.
Oh, we're gonna fake powder.
Oh, are we going to do this as part of Smith Chain, though? Because now we have the myths.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because if he were just going to fake powder, no point in going to the Dark World.
Yeah, it's like we've only gotten the big keys that are just checks and not actually access to the bosses, which is kind of funny.
Moogle is going to do that Ice Palace play you were talking about.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Other than orphaning the big chest.
Yeah, other than orphaning the big chest, which, you know, sometimes you just kind of have to do. Sometimes they require double dips. Especially in keys. It just happens a lot. I mean, I was told whenever I was, you know, soliciting advice from runners much better than me across the community that in keys, you kind of don't think I'm going to single dip everything. You kind of just try to not double dip. Not more than double dip stuff.
Ooh, there's Desert Small. That opens 2 checks.
Yeah. Having just cleared Mire, that's not really what you want to see, though. We're just over there.
It's not horrible, though, with the boots and the mirror and everything.
I mean, everything's better with boots. Oh, and there's another key. GT.
First GT small. We haven't even talked about that we still need the GT big.
All right, I mean, yeah, we basically need all of the rest of the big keys we still need, except for ice.
Yeah, we need Eastern Desert Pod and GT. We need both rods. We need the hook shot.
Yeah, we still need the hook shot. Moogle wiggling around, getting the icebreaker to work. I'd imagine we're gonna do purple chest, and probably since we've checked everything else, we can just flute. So we're just gonna flute to 7, go check purple chest, and then we're done with the Smith Chain. So at least it's out of the way, and we got some small keys that lead to more items. So that's good. I wonder if it's faster to run up after turning in purple chest. If it's faster to a bow, a second bow. You know, at least that's not a complete waste of time.
Might have been nice to, in fact, do before Mire, but water over the dam now.
Yeah, but I mean, at least doing it this way, getting silvers out of the purple chest, you kind of buy back a little bit of the time you spent doing it.
And meanwhile, Moogle did find Tempered Sword in ice. It's the only thing of use he's found in ice so far.
Yep, just the freezer room, looks like.
So now we're gonna check out Ice Tea Room, of course.
And we haven't actually found any ice small keys, so you're gonna have to do this way.
But Ice Tea is in logic without any small keys.
No, yeah, for sure. But oh, and there's a GT big. There you were just talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine Demo not getting it, but it is nice to know where it is.
Where?
What?
I'm confused as to what Moogle's doing here.
He's going to be Cold Stare?
Oh yeah, duh. I forgot the pegs. We icebreaker and hit the switch.
Everyone, please give your thoughts and prayers for Vex here, who is still very much a broken man after his bootless seed.
Yeah. Try doing one of these seeds bootless. It's not fun. It breaks you. All right. Cold Stare fight. See what Cold Stare's holding on to for us. And we're getting a TR dip from Demo.
I like the TR dip.
Yeah, it's kind of spicy, but there are a lot of checks on Laser Bridge, as you pointed out. We can either run or hover. Do you know?
I don't know, honestly.
Hey, that's our last bit of information that we need for which pendants and crystals we need. Ice Palace being a pendant means that we know everything.
Yeah, that also means Ice Palace Big could be in GT.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
there's
Swamp Small.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if we find a hook shot, that would be nice.
Yeah. No, I do like the orphaning after you find out that ice is a pendant. I think orphaning the big chest doesn't feel as bad because you think, well, it could be a GT. You get this bonkable chest, and it's just a green rupee. And there's just a heart container on Floating Island that we found out about earlier, so we're gonna go into TR. Yeah, so Moogle's now gonna go get that big key, find the TR big key, and see if that drags Moogle up to Turtle Rock. Yeah, Turtle Rock's the only reason you would want to come up the mountain without the hookshot, though, because you've only got 3 checks without the hookshot. Unless you go into TR.
I mean, this is our 3rd time climbing the mountain.
I know, and the seed's great. It's wonderful. Wonderful.
We're
seed.
going to have to climb it a 4th time when we do GT. I mean, and
probably a 5th time.
Right, but barring 2 rods showing up all of a sudden, right, we're gonna have to go back to TR. But if we're lucky, we might be able to put the rest of TR off until we do GT.
It was like, I don't know if I've ever seen that RNG on the choppers where they both go straight down.
But this could also be a mandatory triple climb of the mountain, or at least logically speaking.
Yeah, the logic, the intended logic for the seed is not great.
Well, no, even hard required because we needed to go up the 2nd time to get the mitts, to then go down to Meyer area to get the cape, to get the TR big key.
Yeah. Yeah, so Moogle's actually going to do Smith Chain before. Oh, that's an awesome bunny sprite. I love it. Yo, someone plays a lot of cross. Demo play a lot of cross keys. It seems like arrowing the pokey seems like a cross keys thing. Skipping out on the lava chest. Not surprising. I don't know why we stole the pokey key, though. I guess so you don't have to do it next time. But it doesn't actually gain you any time unless you find both rods here. Yeah, I agree, Vortex. I don't think I would steal the pokey key here because it doesn't gain you any time unless you find both rods, right? If you were gonna steal the pokey key, just use it and get the lava chest. Oh, and welcome our raiders from SpeedGaming 3. Yeah, so this is, as Vortex pointed out, this is one of those situations where, depending on what we find on Laser Bridge, you know, if there's nothing there, then you can always mirror back and then save scum the lava chest with a key, which is why you wouldn't steal the pokey key now, because you have to go over there to get the lava chest to scum it anyways. TR key? No. So we did find the fire rod. Yeah, so I was just talking about, you know, how we don't think it was a great idea to steal the Poke Key. That basically means that the seed's going to prove us absolutely wrong.
Something in lava chest.
By giving us Ice Rod on Laser Bridge, and then we'll have both rods, and we'll have needed to steal the Poke Key.
Naturally.
But that also doesn't prohibit the seed from putting something on Laser Bridge, so both could happen. There's a big key. So this is probably required, this dip. That desert big. And Eastern, maybe? Eastern. Yep, so Moogle heading up here. Gonna do the same play that Demo just did, and most likely check Super Bunny, the first check, and also check the first check in the Bonk check in Hookshot Cave, and then head into TR. That Fire Rod also puts Moth. So even Moth is in logic right now because we found all 3 Skullwoods keys. And so that actually kind of points us to like, hey, go to the back of Moth after you finish Desert. But Desert looks really good now because you actually have the small key and the big key, so you can completely clear out Desert.
Yeah, so that's 4 more checks here in Desert.
Oh, Sniper Beamos.
At this point, you might want to take an intentional death for the health refill, but no, Demo's just rushing out of here.
Surprised we didn't just mirror. I think mirroring is probably faster. Still.
Yeah, I would agree. I've seen other players do this too, and I've been puzzled.
I'm actually not sure.
I mean, personally, at that health, I would have taken an intentional death for the health refill.
Yeah, not
and then
Desert.
And back on the left side.
But Drosy, you're gonna be on red mail and take 2.5 hearts worth of damage in Desert.
From a Beamos? That doesn't take much.
Well, just don't get Beamos. There's only one more. There's only like 2 more Beamos. 3. There's 3. I guess there's 3 plus this one, so 4. Just don't get hit. You only need 1 heart to finish the game. It's fine.
What's the plural of Beamos anyway?
I think it's like deer.
Beamos.
Yeah. Beamos.
Bemoy?
No, I don't like that. I think that it should just be Beamos. Yeah, so given, as we've been running the seed, I mean, it really is. So Moogle has Ice Palace finished, whereas Demo has not yet been to Ice Palace. And so that's kind of the big difference here. And so there's a Tempered Sword difference, but that hasn't really made any bit of any amount of difference yet, because we haven't even fought any bosses where that even matters.
And with the silvers, you don't really care which sword you have fighting Landmos.
Exactly. Nothing Desert, though.
Oh, right, and that gives us a green pendant.
We do have a green pendant.
Though I think you finish off Skull Woods now and check Ped while you're at it.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. Pedestal is just completely available. We have full clear desert. We've already cleared. Well, you have to clear east. You have to clear ice first to do that. But it looks like we are going to go to Skull Woods first. Ped's not in logic without the Ice Palace or the Ice Palace big key though,
and at least 1 ice small key.
And at least 1 ice small key. And actually, from Demo's perspective, Demo technically has not seen that ice is a pendant, and so I don't think Demo knows for sure.
No, I think Moogle only found out when the pendant dropped.
Exactly, so. Yeah, so given that information, I think this makes a lot more sense, because you have Moth in Logic. I mean, finding all 3 Skull Smalls really says, hey, go to Moth.
1 rage slash from Moogle Charm there at the Fire Rod.
Fire Rod and Mimic Cave is mean. Did Moogle go back and check the roller room chests in TR? No, you'd have to climb the mountain again. No.
What? I'm confused. What's Moogle doing?
Is Moogle gonna go back to the beginning here? Moogle is gonna walk back to the roller room chest.
That's what. Oh, wow. Hey,
Right,
there's our 4th TR small, by the way, in
You're right.
Bridge Chest in Skull Woods.
Yeah. So I don't absolutely hate this play from Moogle. I mean, it really is just an inconvenient check, and this is actually probably faster to walk all the way back than it is to climb the mountain again through Paradox, because you have to jump from the TR bridge.
But if Demo goes back to Turtle Rock, he can do Lava Chest as well.
Yeah. Yep. So it could work out, unless Roller Room has something very important. Like if Roller Room has Ice Rod, or if Roller Room has Hook Shot, then oh, poor Moogle.
Forgot that he doesn't have Hook Shot.
Your anger slashes. I feel that.
Has to do it the way the game intended you to.
It's a good moth fight from Demo.
So picked up the crystal and that final TR small, which means that Ice Rod is the only remaining piece of the puzzle to finish TR.
Oh god, if Ice Rod that's huge.
I guess Moogle's got to beat Trinex now.
That is spicy. Wow, that's yeah, no, Moogle's gonna go kill Trinex. I mean, there's no reason not to. That's crazy. I can't. You had
to. Oh no, Shovel.
Oh no! Shovel on pedestal is like the worst. That's so bad. Well, we're gonna go figure out that we can grab it. Do you think Demo goes and grabs it?
So shout out to the team Fromps Time, whose original name in season 2 was Shovel is the True Go Mode.
Oh, Shovel on pad is so bad. Especially when we're this many big keys from Go mode. Like, I mean, we still need the hook shot, and we need.
I once had a seed where Shovel was on ped and my Meyer medallion was in dig spot.
That's disgusting. Don't tell me about that.
Hey, at least we have all the medallions, so that's not gonna happen.
At least we have boots.
But yes, if the Ice Palace big key shows up, then Shovel could be locking one of the other big keys.
Well, you know that Shovel's gonna have Ice Palace big key, right?
No, Shovel can't have Ice Palace big key.
Oh, that's right, because we need it logically to clear the Ice Palace. Well, that stinks. Because that would be really funny.
But it could have Pod big key, it could have Hook Shot.
It's true. Oh man, being able to clear Trinex this mountain climb is actually huge. Yeah. Unless there's something in Lava Chest, and then that really sucks, because it's really going to be isolated. Like, when's Moogle going to want to come back into TR for Ice Rod, or for Lava Chest? Last location, probably. I feel like the Shovel is more appealing than going back for Lava Chest. Yeah, P-Train P-Train's probably correct. If when we clean up Hookshot Cave later after we get the hookshot, it's likely when we'll do Lava Chest. Unless Lava Chest has the hookshot.
But when would Demo go back to the mountain anyway? I mean, he'll have to eventually, but he'll have to do it without the ice rod.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to feel pretty bad. I think not until we find Hookshot, if we find Hookshot. But if Hookshot's in Lava Chest, it just screws everybody.
Well, I mean, we do have 2 checks in Eastern that have opened up with the big key.
Yep, I think you go clear Eastern as soon as you finish everything else here. We still have left side. I mean, we have left side swamp now too. Like we have hookless swamp. Hookless swamp does not sound fun.
Yeah, most of our remaining locations are pretty disgusting.
Now, this is gonna even our runners out on dungeons, except for that big ice rod find in Roller Room.
This game has been so back and forth, though. It really felt like Demo was starting to take a lead despite lagging early, and now with that ice rod, I had put Moogle in the lead.
I feel like Moogle probably the entire time they were running through TR back to Roller Room after the anger slashes was probably thinking, this is probably not the right play. I probably shouldn't do this. Wow, I'm glad I did this.
So Moogle doing the back of Desert before the right side.
Cold Stairs is dead. Gonna find out that that's our last pendant. Then be like, all right, let's go get that shovel. No, we'll clear Eastern Palace first, I think.
Yeah, and given that the shovel, the blue pendant, and therefore the shovel, is logically locked behind the Ice Palace big key and an Ice Palace small key, which we haven't seen, it makes it less likely that there's something behind shovel, but you never know, maybe Eastern will turn up those things.
The last 2 checks on Eastern are gonna be the Ice Palace big key. Oh, we're gonna check the ped though. We're pulling the shovel.
Get your ped hype in chat.
I feel like this is one of those things where you're just like, you just gotta be thinking to yourself, like, man, this seed, what does it want me to do? Does it really want me to go pull the pedestal for the shovel to get something? It's just feeling that way. Just go do it. I mean, what more do we really have left? I mean, we have Hookless Swamp, and we have, we have Roller Room and Lava Chest.
And 2 checks in Eastern.
And 2 checks in Eastern. So. Yeah, I think there's enough that this still seems like a weird check.
Yeah.
But Moogle's gonna do the exact same thing. I mean, this makes sense for Moogle, though, because Moogle hasn't killed Mothula yet.
Right, Moogle will just blind pull ped, I think.
Yeah, Moogle's just gonna pull it. Gonna chase that shovel right away and not leave everybody in suspense. If this is required, I just... Really, Keys? Come on, Keys. Oh, no, just a heart container. You better grab that. You worked hard.
Yeah, but, like... Oh, yeah, we haven't seen the green pendant turn in either.
No, we have not.
So we're routing this via the Dark World, which makes sense because in case Pod Big Key turns up on the green pendant or an Eastern,
yeah, I mean, the likelihood is pretty kind of high, I think. Not really high, but I mean, it is enough that running through the Dark World is not that much slower than running through the stairs. Actually, this is probably faster anyways.
What if Pod Big Key is in Lava Chest?
That would be bad. See, the more every time they check something and it's nothing, the more likely there's something in Lava Chest.
or the front of Hookless Swamp?
I've kind of decided, like, the more I watch and calm these key sanity races, the more I realize that there just isn't a good key seed, is there?
There really isn't. Though, I heard that Plasma Kappa got like a 131 earlier today or something
That's true.
crazy.
Plasma Kappa did speed through a key seed today. So I guess there are good key seeds, but they're not for me, apparently. Yep, so we're correct. We're going to get these 2 checks in Eastern. It's one of those things where you've got some stuff you don't have to do, you got stuff you have to do. This is one of those things you have to do, so there's really no reason not to go do that first, in case you find what you need on the way.
Goes back to the old ABCD rule, always be clearing dungeons.
Yeah,
So does Moogle bother reading it, or is he just gonna blind pull? I think he's gonna...
No, he's got the book out. He's like, really?
I wonder with whatever clever MSU he's using what the head pull track is.
Also gonna immediately chase the shovel.
So what the heck do we have besides Front of Swamp and Lava Chest after Armos Knights?
Nothing. That's it. We have Swamp Palace without the hook shot, and we've got Lava Chest. What a terror! Why does that? Everything's always a last location in keys, man.
Well, thanks for joining me on comms here. It's always better to suffer with a friend.
Oh no, it's fun to calm. It's fun to calm and to watch. But I imagine they're probably not having the best of time playing. The anxiety just gets higher and higher. Like you just get more and more anxious as it gets longer and longer. You're like, oh no, did they do the same thing? And then you kind of forget what happened earlier in the seed, so you don't even know if they could have been way ahead of you or not.
Flute to 4, we're going to Swamp.
Yeah, I think this makes sense. Before Lava Chest, I think it makes sense.
And we can't even diver down.
No, because we don't have that hook shot. How sad. I mean, you can. It just wouldn't do much for you.
I mean, you can't get up to that room to hit the switch without getting the small key first from that area on the left side because you don't have the hook shot to collect the extra key.
Yeah, but technically it's still faster to diver down to let the bomb explode the switch than it is to walk around through the water.
Oh, once you've gotten this,
you still have to grab it instead of walking around. Technically, I think it's a little faster to do it that way, but.
Okay, first new.
Oh god! The bomb.
Finishing Swamp here.
Yeah, at least it wasn't on at least it wasn't in like a really bad spot in Swamp. Like it wasn't like the vanilla big key chest or something like that. That one's worse.
So when Moogle comes in here and gets that hook shot, he'll be pod big from go mode.
Sure will. So that might be in 2 items from go for demo, might have demo checking left side initially, but I can't imagine that Moogle will check left side before going to the back. We might go back in for it, but I don't know if we'll check it. Now we can dive her down, though.
Yes, very much so. Demo's biggest out is probably Pod, Big Key, and Lava Chest.
Yeah,
Because
that's pretty important because Moogle's immediately going into Swamp Palace. I mean,
because otherwise, Moogle's basically ahead by a Trinex.
yeah, that choice to go back to the roller room is so good.
And honestly, like, Demo getting that shovel, I realize you're just frustrated with this seed and you're hoping for something, anything, but on some level you have to know that that shovel was 2 keys out of logic, so the likelihood of it having something was relatively low.
Yeah, so Demo, as we kind of alluded to, is going to check left side swamp.
Maybe you'll find a butter sword.
I still think Moogle's going to skip it, at least the first trip in, and then we'll probably go back for it after we get the hook.
Where was Swamp Small? I've forgotten already.
Super Bunny, right?
That
I think it was
sounds
Super Bunny.
right. But yeah, when was the last time you saw a seed with Hookshot in Swamp and Ice Rod in Turtle Rock?
Yeah, that's so bad. Ugh. So, nothing in left side swamp.
Feels like ages ago that we were discovering those disgustingly placed gloves.
Oh god, right? Locked. Logically locked by a Hyrule Castle small key.
Right.
On Ether tablet.
Which you had to go into Pod to get.
Which you had to go into Pod to get. Wow, it really might be Lava Chest. We got, what, 4 more checks for us to get the Pod spot? Pod big, we have 4 checks left. And as I kind of thought, Moogle is gonna skip left side. There it is.
Okay, so that's Moogle's go mode.
Yeah,
It'll be his race to lose.
Quite a bit ahead at this point.
Because Demo may also check Pod Big Chest looking for that Ice Rod, so...
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much more stuff that Demo's gonna do. Demo's probably gonna check Hookshot Cave before going back into TR for the Ice Rod. And Moogle's gonna be like, nope, see ya.
Yeah, that was a heck of a gutsy play on Moogle's part. I can't believe he did it.
I don't hate it. What else are you gonna do? You're gonna like climb the mountain back up, or you're just gonna leave 2 checks in TR? Like,
well, Demo left 2 checks in TR that he could have done after getting the Fire Rod.
yeah, it's just, I mean, you don't think to do that. I totally get it either way, but like, the more I think about it, the more I think Moogle's choice was correct.
Demo couldn't land a silver on Argus there. Moogle does.
Yeah, Moogle is just Trinex ahead. Plus, we have to check extra stuff for Demo.
Right. Moogle's lead is going to grow because he'll just rush Helma King and then go back up the mountain. So I guess we only have to climb the mountain 4 times this seed.
I guess.
Because Demo, likewise, you know, once he finally goes back up the mountain for his 4th time, he'll get the Ice Rod and then can just go straight into GT afterwards. Yeah,
just quite a bit behind just because of the whole being able to clear TR in the first trip is just so
Right,
much nicer.
of course the fire rod had to be in Mimic Cave, so you couldn't simply mirror back to the beginning of TR.
Yeah, the other way around would have been so much nicer. Nothing you could get. Like, if you would have somehow in TR, if like Shooter Room was Fire Rod or something like that, it would have been so much nicer. Ice Rod in Roller Room after, that's just terrible.
Right, like if Fire Rod's in Chain Chomp's room, then it's pretty easy to backtrack.
Yeah, that'd be okay. But yeah, you're right. Demo will probably go back in here to get the pod big chest after killing Helmasaur and still not getting the Ice Rod. Yeah, so this will be the seventh crystal and 11th dungeon for Moogle. So Moogle's just gonna go climb GT and kill Ganon. Well, we still have to do TR, and they're in the same room right now. So Moogle's even picking up time individually in the dungeon.
That was I guess, a misfire of Burna, though, on Moogle's part.
Yeah. And chat pointing out that the pod clear opens up Pyramid Fairy, and so Demo might even check Pyramid Fairy.
No.
Before going.
Probably will, because, like, you don't want to climb the mountain again until you absolutely have to. I just can't get over that Ice Rod and Moogle getting it.
I just can't believe both rods were in TR, basically. It's just mean.
That's like when both bows are in pod.
Yeah. Yep, so here's the revisit for the big chest. And so Moogle's just gonna go straight into GT, go straight up, because what do we need? We have red mail and silver arrows and a tempered sword. Moogle's gonna go through Super Bunny Cave. Butter sword.
And he fires a silver arrow at it.
That's a funny butter sword. Yeah, so here's Pyramid Fairy.
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense. It's just unfortunate the Ice Rod is just in Roller Room. Hey, at least we've killed Aga and this is faster. Silver linings, Drossi.
The unfortunate things, chat is remarking that we did find the bug net, and SpeedGaming had to leave something off the key sanity tracker, and that something is the bug net, so we can't even celebrate it on the tracker.
Oh man. We also can't celebrate half magic, which is sad. Although that's kind of available from the
Chat
magic
talking
bars.
about what happens if...
What are they talking about?
If the Ice Palace Big Key is here in Pyramid Ferry.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. It's not. How's that? Oh, you know what? Demo hasn't done Catfish Lore yet.
Oh no.
All right, we're beginning the gauntlet here for Moogle. We've got all the equipment in the world. We don't even want anything to do with that bottle on Demo's side. All we really want is our ice rod.
And hey, there are 23 checks we'll never see in GT Basement, so chances are they'll keep their collection rate below 190.
Yeah. Moogle having a little bit hard problems with the silver arrows on Lamels, too. All right, so gonna find the ice rod here very shortly for Demo and probably feel quite a bit behind.
And we'll never find out what was in Lava Chest.
Yeah, we're never gonna know. I'm very disappointed. I wanted to know. Moogle needs nothing to do with any of the chests. Like I said, we're on the equipment that just makes Ganon a joke.
Get a copy of the seed afterwards from one of the runners, and you can go check Lava Chest.
I don't want to know that bad. It would be nice to run around with boots for a little bit.
I do want to know that bad, but I want you to be the one to check it, not me.
No. I mean, it's probably a big key or a small key to ice or something. I have no idea. It's probably nothing.
Google saying no thank you to Moldorm's last possession.
Yeah, no need. Demo currently knows. Demo's like, well, ice rod's in roller room. This is terrible. This seat's terrible. Ooh, almost.
That was a bad positioning, though.
But look how much faster Demo was able to do the torches fire rod locked room.
And that's a moral victory. And I think Demo realizes he's probably lost at this point.
That was a very angry, hard tapped quick swap to mirror.
Yeah.
Or just spin the skull. Spin the skull. Ah. Spin the skull sets up quadrant glitch, which is just funny. You just end up falling forever.
Can Moogle get the 1-on-1 here? No.
No.
And Ganon really isn't setting up in very nice places either.
Now this is one of the not so great ones. Moogle, just use the cape and slash him.
Moogle's taking a lot of hits here.
Moogle has red mail and silver arrows.
Yeah, so Ganon hugs are only 4 hearts.
Yeah, Moogle just wants this to be over.
I don't blame him. Hey, he'll get a sub 2 for all that.
Hey, I know, given what happened, it's kind of crazy. These runners are so quick. I like the play to roller room. I think it's a good play. Because then you're just isolating lava chest. His plan was probably to scum the lava chest key if there was nothing in roller room. We'll have to ask him. Alright, just 3 more arrows into the pig. Oh, 1 more arrow. Hey, I can't count. I must have missed 2 of them. Just zoned out.
One way or another, get your GGs in chat for Moogle Charm.
GGs in cat.
We will finish in first with an official race time of 1:54.35. As Demo is about to collect his 7th crystal.
Yep, at least they get to skip all of GT. That was pretty nice.
So let's see if we can get Moogle in here.
Yeah. Alright, working on getting Moogle in. All right, and we're joined by Moogle Charm. GG's.
Hey, GG's.
So that was quite some backtracking through TR that paid off.
Yeah, I didn't have much left at the time. I was like trying to put off the mountain as long as possible because I knew that I couldn't really do a ton in TR. So by the time I went up there, I think I only had the front of swamp, if I remember correctly.
Well, you'd also gotten the Eastern and Desert big keys.
Well, I didn't get those till Laser Bridge. So when I got the fire rod,
they were later in. I forgot where exactly they were laid out.
yeah, the fire rod was in Mimic Cave, and it was like, well, like logically, I can't really, it was like there wasn't a ton left for me to do. So I had the mirror, and it was like, well, might as well go check those 2 stupid checks in the front. Like kicking myself the whole time, and then getting the ice rod was just like, oh, okay, is that kind of seed, right? So
That's what I said. I said the entire time you were doing it, you were probably like, this is not the right decision. I shouldn't be doing this. And then you did it, and you're like, oh, I guess okay.
Like, I would have had to get lucky with the ice rod on Laser Bridge to be able to go back to the front easily. So because I was like halfway through with the mirror, it just felt like it made sense to do it at that point.
Yeah, it's either that or climb the mountain again, or climb up Paradox again, which is probably slower than walking through TR.
Yeah, exactly. So I felt like a dingus for not going into the big chest entrance. I went around for some reason. I don't know. Like, I was just kind of flustered in that mid game for a bit. But yeah, it totally paid off. I don't know. With where like all the stuff was, there was no way to feel good about anything. The only thing I felt good about was getting that glove early. But then I didn't really know where my logical like progression was, because that glove I got out of logic pretty early. So
yeah, we were talking about the intended logic of that glove, and it was not pretty.
Yeah, it was hurting my brain, like trying to figure it out as I was doing the seed. And when I was just like starting to check things off, I only had like small groups of like 2 or 3 checks here and there. And when I pulled the cane out of the front of Swamp, it was like, well, it's probably at Spike Cave, but I'm kind of on the way to do the desert stuff anyway, so let me do that first.
Yeah, I mean, you had 2 pod keys in Hyrule Castle, locked by the Hyrule Castle small key, which was on Ether Tablet. So you're expected to go into pod to grab your book, and then go up the mountain to get your Hyrule Castle small key, and then go to the back of Escape and the front of Escape to get your 2 pod keys to put that glove in logic.
Well, 1 pod key and mushroom, and then turn in the mushroom to get the other pod key.
My bad.
Yeah, where was that mushroom? I was trying to remember where it was.
Back of Escape.
Okay, back of Escape, that's right. Yeah, because I went there from the back, and maybe that's why my brain was like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to have the glove to be back here. But I think when I did it, I didn't have the Hyrule Castle key yet, and that's why I was
And where was that cane of Burna? Was that first chest Swamp?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you were then supposed to go into Swamp, get the cane of Burna, to combine with the first glove to get the Titansmiths.
Correct.
That's disgusting. We thought you were gonna get myths off Ether Tablet, but then we were wait, it could definitely be the Hyrule Small because two pod keys.
Yeah, I was banking on the book. It's like the way the seed was shaping up. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be on the book. But of course, it was in Spike Cave. We had Fire Rod in Mimic Cave, Ice Rod in the front of TR, Hookshot in Swamp Palace. Like, you name it, like, it was just absolute garbage this whole time.
At least you had boots 45 minutes in.
Yeah, did I get those before demo? I imagine I did.
It was very close. It was very close.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, actually, the entire difference is really that you did that backtracking in TR. I think demo actually had you by a good more than half a TR, I think, before you did the backtrack to Ice Palace. And then, demo was slightly ahead of you in all the dungeons, but once you got back to pod, demo didn't have the ice rod, and so they went in and did pod big chest and pyramid fairy prior to going back up the mountain. But yeah, no, I really do like the play though, because I mean there wasn't like, when are you coming back? I mean, if it's in lava chest, then everybody's screwed.
Right.
Right, and so, but the 3 checks, the two checks there, it's kind of appealing.
Hey, and do get your GGs in chat for Demo, who had a slightly faster Ganon fight with the Butter Sword. Oh yeah, Moogle, you didn't see that. The Butter Sword was in pod big chest.
Yeah. My Ganon fight was trash anyway, so it probably would have helped.
But Demo finishes with an official race time of 2:02:11.
GG's.
GG's. And we're joined by Demo.
Hi.
GG's.
What a seed.
Aren't they all, though?
Like this?
Better than others. I wanted to have fun tonight, and the seed said no.
Hey, you got the boots reasonably early.
Yeah, don't ask me about the seed I played
Really?
earlier.
That was half an hour walking around all of the light world. And you're like, where's my next progression? After the mountain, I'm like, all right, so Agahnim has the glove, cool. And he has the sword, I'm like, all right, so it's this kind of seed.
I played
Yeah.
2 hours. Played 2 hours of Bootless earlier. It was great.
That actually gave Moogle an early lead because Moogle, you went and routed Agahnim relatively early, so you were able to piece together that it was probably going to be an Aga seed.
Yeah, it was the fake flipper. So demo fake flippered into waterfall and checked the Zora ledge and didn't pay off at all because there was trash there.
There was trash everywhere. What are you talking about? Everywhere I was going was just hearts, hearts, hearts. So, did you ever check the pedestal?
Yeah, I pulled it.
Oh, okay. Did you? Okay, so I'm assuming you did do the shovel.
No, I did. I did the shovel right after that and got a heart.
Yeah, I did that too.
And then fluted over to Saha and got a heart from him.
Yep.
Too.
You really weren't just following each other around. Like we were saying, the biggest difference was that Moogle backtracked in TR and got roller room.
Like, if the ice rod is not there and like anywhere else, I think I win this seed. But I don't know because it was there.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, because by that point you had built up a lead.
Yeah, I mean, you had skipped Catfish and Zora. Like, you never did those. And so those two checks that's a lot of time. And that coupled with, some of the other stuff that you were able to skip by really had you ahead by a good minute or so, maybe 2. But that ice rod just boom. You just had more stuff to check. You had to full clear the dungeons that you were going through, and once Moogle found the pod big key, it was lights out.
Also, why was Meyer empty?
Meyer was empty. I think Ice was empty.
Ice had the GT big key.
And a tempered sword.
Right, yeah.
You got a tempered sword.
Yeah.
But God, that Meyer was trash. I wanted there to be
Yeah.
at least something useful, especially when we got all 3 medallions early. It's like screaming, go to Meyer.
Yeah, as soon as I had mitts, I went right to Meyer.
Same.
Yeah, but I'm sure you guys have strong words about the seed. I feel like every time I do a Fad Keys, I have strong words. There's always something that's just like, man. This one had several somethings.
They always find new and improved ways to mess with you.
It would have been cool if the shovel had something.
But you never even found enough Ice Palace keys to put it in logic.
Yeah, I didn't found any Ice Palace keys.
Me neither.
They're all in GT somewhere. Like, who cares?
Right.
I mean, it's just one of those things like, you're there. Oh, it's a shovel. I might as well grab it. Like, you take care of those things even though they're not in logic.
Well, that was the thing, though. Demo hadn't done Ice Palace at that point.
I was hoping Skullwoods was the pendant instead of ice at that point, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that you had gone up to TR before going into ice and finishing it up.
So after I just opened up the portal, I'm like, oh, I have bombos. I could have gone into Ice Palace, and I probably should have done that. Oh well, I'm here, so might as well just go through Turtle Rock. It was a good call, but
Yeah, I didn't really change anything.
I think I did Ice Palace right after Meyer.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
I just forgot I could go in there with the bombos because it's been a while since I've gone in there with bombos, so I wasn't thinking about that. I was like, oh, I can go into Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock is open. I'm not going to be able to beat it. Little did I know, I actually could have beaten it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both rods in Turtle Rock. Well, kinda.
No, they're in Turtle Rock. You can't Mimic Game.
Yeah.
It was just they were in the wrong order. It would have been so much nicer to found the fire rod before the find the ice rod first.
Yeah, since you
like-
hadn't done Ice Palace, like that makes more sense for you to not check the front. Like I had it cleared by then. All I had left was the front of Swamp.
Yeah, I guess since I didn't do Ice Palace, that was a good decision because I wasn't really thinking about my routing afterwards because I didn't know what I was gonna find in here. I was hoping, honestly, I was actually hoping to find the hookshot in TR instead of the fire rod. So then I can go into Swamp because I didn't want to dip a hookless Swamp.
No, at least it didn't make you go to the left side of Swamp to find the hook shot, and it was just in the bomb chest.
Yeah, but I still went there because I was still looking for the ice rod.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like Swamp, left side Swamp was the other thing that Moogle was able to make up a bunch of time on you. But
Because hookshot, or I guess technically the pod big key was his go mode.
yep.
Yeah. And he also skipped left side because 1 item from go mode versus 2 items from go mode.
Yeah.
Yep.
No
And,
doubt about that.
yeah, so I mean to give I guess an indicator of how far Demo was ahead, minus granted you had to go kill Trinex Moogle, but all left side Swamp, and he still had a couple room lead on you through Swamp Palace. But you had all of Trinex kills, so it was probably going to be dead even if had Demo gone back. But with Ice Palace, I think you're right. With Ice Palace not cleared, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I can see how you would justify that.
Yeah, I didn't want to gamble those 2 checks in. I didn't want to go up the mountain again after I kind of gambled the mitts after getting that burner. It was just everything opened up a lot more, so it was, in my mind, it was just more likely that the ice rod was off the mountain.
Yeah, the big problem was just that the way the seed spread everything out, you had like a couple checks here, a couple checks there, a couple of checks this other place. There was no good concentration of checks after a certain point.
Yeah, that is why I think I was telling you guys before Demo jumped in. Like, it just didn't feel good the whole seed. It's like you're bound to last locate something here.
Felt good to route though. I will say that.
Did you consider doing Aga early?
I couldn't. I didn't have a sword. I last location Nagina for the master sword.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I also never do Aga in the dark. I've never tried and I never will. Because it's just gonna give you the lamp, so like it's whatever. So I'd gone up the mountain, gotten the lamp, and that was it.
Yeah, I
Vex was
assumed the lamp was
convinced-
in Eastern.
Yeah, Vex was convinced I was about to say that you were going to find the lamp there, and he was quite surprised when it was the flute instead. But the thing is, like,
Well,
I have to imagine you guys were still both hoping for a glove because you were also glove away from regular Dark World access.
Oh, absolutely.
like you get the flute, you have basically Aga except for the lamp, and you get to the last chest that's sitting in Logic in Eastern Palace, and you're like, all right, this is probably gonna be the lamp. I'm gonna have to do Aga, and then you get the flute, and you're like, sweet, maybe I don't have to do Aga, and then you go clear the entirety of the mountain that you can get to, and you still get the lamp.
You only get the lamp. You don't get
And
anything
only.
else.
Yeah, the whole Light Death Mountain was trash.
It's also kind of fortunate that I walked to Ice Rod and then got the flute. I'm like, cool, that wasted some time. Though was not expecting the Moon Pearl to be in Ice Rod cave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both
that
of
was a
them.
nice little early surprise.
I'd say both of the long walk caves, Agahnim and Ice Rod Cave, both had something you needed to actually progress.
And both were flutable. Just go to Eastern Palace early. Easy.
It's the new meta. All right. Well, I don't know about you, Drossi.
Yeah, I think we should wrap it up. Let our viewers turn in for the evening.
Yeah, either that or go watch Tam and
Yeah, we do have one more race that's going on right now. We'll probably send you over there when we end this stream, actually. It's on SpeedGaming Main. So yeah, Tam versus Fant. Australian and West Coaster, that's why they're playing so late.
Yeah, so give our runners a follow. Plenty of more league to come the rest of this week and all next week. Next week's Casual Boots week, so Cas Boots.
Shorter seeds.
Yeah, hopefully not Key Sanity length seeds.
And of course, we have to shout out our tracker, Yoinker's wife. Tracking Key Sanity is not easy, and you can see just how full these trackers are. So she has been doing a lot of work for the last 2 hours, and we are incredibly grateful for her helping out.
Agreed. Well, guys, any last thoughts on the seed, on the league in general, your next week's opponents?
First off, just thanks for getting us on the restream. I know we had some troubles getting commentators today, so I'm happy we were able to get on a restream. So thanks to you guys for putting us on. And GG's to Demo. This was, even though it was a garbage seed, it was a fun race.
It was a fun race. Very close seed. Thanks to all the commentators, the trackers, everyone out there. Unsung heroes.
Yeah, and thanks to you guys for, joining us here. And Vex, thanks for joining me.
Hey, no, it was fun
tonight.
It's always fun.
Definitely.
And with that, I think we'll try to get everybody rated over on the SpeedGaming Prime, and we'll see you, I'm sure, sometime next week.
Yeah. Enjoy your evenings and the rest of Fad Keys week.